What's up, Donaki? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about people who fake disorders once again. We have our special guest once again, Beans. Introduce yourself.
Very special.
What's up?
Hi, I'm Beans. I have Tourette's, and apparently some people wish that was them for some reason.
Not sure why, but yeah. If you guys enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get straight into this. Me being upset my boyfriend is in my system, so I can't physically hug him or anything.
So they're dating one of their alters, supposedly.
Yes. Then the next message goes, let's see. I don't have to sneak him into our room at night to have alone time. This is alright. First of all, number one, she took self-love way out of pocket here. But
Yo, for real?
okay, so the thing is, these alters are formed through trauma, and basically they're supposed to be present or be there to help you get through things, or like to, I guess, change your mind. No, fuck. How am I even supposed to explain this?
So, like, they're basically a manifestation of the trauma that they went through. So it's like a way for them to cope. So, like, let's say that they were neglected. They might have an alter that is a child, so that when they're older, they feel like they can be like protected or like taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what kind of trauma would cause that. Like, how? First of all, how does that even work? Isn't that just like,
I don't know.
Isn't that just doing it with yourself?
It's like those kids when you be like, yo, like, oh, I got a boyfriend, I got a girlfriend. Like, where? Oh, he go to another school. How you gonna say you dating your
in my head?
Like, okay, so I don't understand this one too much. I'm sick of under-stimulation being dismissed. My whole skin is crawling. I need to scream.
So I could explain a little bit about this one. There's like, yeah, so when you have like sensory issues, which is pretty common with people who have like autism, you can be overstimulated where you feel like there's too much sensory information, or you can be understimulated where you feel like there's not enough. And you know, that's obviously a very distressing thing for them. But typically I don't think that's something that people would like be able to film. But I mean, I can't really say if like that's what she's experienced or not. I would say it's very disrespectful to be like mimicking that if it's not, but I don't know. I don't want to like say for sure because I'm not an expert on that, but I can't say I would film that or that.
I am non-human. Shadow figure. I don't exist. I don't exist.
Yeah, shawty, you don't exist for real.
What the hell? You don't exist, but you made a whole TikTok. My pronouns are he, him. That is. I don't know. This is weird. First of all, I don't know why she was talking like that.
I'm guessing that it's supposed to be like a quirk of the alter, or like something that the alter does.
Is it an alter, or is it just like a possession or something? That was not.
I could not tell you. Yeah, that's a good question.
What I never understood is the need that they always want to record a TikTok of it. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that I don't understand. Yeah.
The thing about it is that DID doesn't manifest in kids like around this age. I'm gonna assume this person is like a young teenager because of how they look, but I could be wrong. But it usually doesn't manifest in the way that it's like popularized in the media until a person has reached like adulthood, like 30s adulthood. Like when I see a lot of these kids on TikTok like claim to have like full-fledged DID at like age 12, that just simply is medically very unlikely. And yeah, like they always look very young, like this person, so it's just kind of like I'm doubting it.
Alright, why are you looking at me like that, bruh?
It's like, why are you staring at me like
I'm waiting for the transition or something else. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I did almost become trans because of COVID though, which was actually crazy.
Yeah, I had COVID last week, and I had to resist the urge to become a man several times during that experience. It was really tough, but I made it through.
Wait. So that means people who are vaccinated, are they transphobic? Because they're trying not to become trans by not catching COVID?
I think that might be transphobic.
Yo! Nah, we gotta cancel everybody with a vax here. That's crazy.
What? Did she say me in the ass and call me Obama?
Yo.
What kind of game? What in the fuck?
What the hell?
So Sal from Sally Face, I'm assuming, like the game. Have you heard of that game?
No. Oh, so it's a game character or something.
Yeah, that's a video game
Okay.
character.
Okay, that totally makes sense then. A lot of them pick up from these games. I don't understand why they do that, bro. It's so dumb.
I think they just like the character. Like fictives are a real thing in D&D, but like again, it doesn't manifest in people this young in the same way it does in adults. And they're not as common as they like are appearing to be on TikTok. And also, just can we talk about the bad acting? I'm sorry.
Right?
Shawty could have tried. Like, surprise face.
How many takes you think it took for her to say like, nah, this is the one I want to post? How many takes you think it took?
She really had to reset and go, okay, no, wait 1 second, I gotta be like the other alter, and then like sat there and I was like, no, I gotta take it again. Let me go back. Okay, now it's time to switch. Like, bro.
Okay, it's going off really bad right now. So now's my chance to catch it on camera. This is what I've been dealing with.
No!
Did they just roar at me?
Right now, that tense feeling in the side of my head is really strong. And I just wish I knew what was wrong. I want it to stop.
No.
I want it to stop now.
What did you catch on camera?
Oh, was she not looking at the camera the entire time?
She just yelled like that.
Why did she roar at us?
Check the last 2 vids for more info.
Wait, was that supposed to be Tourette's?
I don't know. Do you want to check the last 2 vids for
Yeah,
more
yeah,
info?
yeah.
I wanted to add a couple more details about what's going on. I guess you can call it a tick that's been going off. Is the muscles seizing up and my arms going like this. And there's, along with the tense feeling in my arms or my shoulder blades, it's also in the side of my head. Not always, but most of the time, I can feel it stirring in this side of my head, right here. I just wish I knew. I'm so tired of it. Does anyone know what's going on? This is worse than just anxiety. Also, I had an appointment with a neurologist today, but turns out we can't make it, which is really messing with me. I wanted to get the brain scanned or something. Maybe see if there's anything wrong.
Well,
How are we
first
feeling
of
about
all, like the feeling before you have a tick, like there's like a feeling that people generally like feel before, but it isn't like, oh, like I always feel it in my head and then I have a tick like elsewhere. A lot of people say like they feel it in the area where they're gonna have the tick, or like it just doesn't sound like how I would describe it or how I've heard a lot of people describe it, the way that they're describing it. And then also they said that they were going to go to the neurologist to get their brain scanned or something. For me, when I was diagnosed with Tourette's, there was no scan of my brain. They did monitor like brain activity, and I had like, you know, to answer questions and like talk to the neurologist and like be monitored, but there was no like brain scan per se to like figure out what was wrong. I don't know if they have like something else that they're getting that done for, but that would not be like for Tourette's or tics or whatever they're like going for. So like that's just not accurate. Yeah, that's kind of just misinformation.
And then they just pop up, right? Because I don't know how they were necessarily able to feel it. Like they were sitting at the camera and they're just like, I feel it coming. and then they just yelled. I'm assuming that was the tick that they had.
I mean, that can happen. Like, I've had, like, yelling tics before. It seems, though, like they're trying to say that this is a tick attack, which it doesn't appear to be. Like, all of the actions look, like, very intentional, and they don't, like, they look like they're trying to act distressed, but it doesn't, I don't know. It seems a little interesting to me. And from what I've seen on their page, we checked it out, like, very briefly. They don't really do anything, like, or, like, say anything about this again, which makes me think they did it for clout, saw that it didn't get them that much attention, and then we're just like, oh, won't bother with this anymore, kind of thing. Which is like, bro, like, what? Like, you don't just get to use it for clout.
Piper, why did your mom remove you from the group?
Because I had to tell her something.
Okay.
Can I tell you now?
Okay.
I have DID.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do! I legit do, Steve!
You are not diagnosed.
Ever heard of self-diagnosing, Steve? You ableist, Steve.
Stop calling me Steve. I am your dad. Piper, you need to stop using words you do not know the proper meaning of.
No, you will never be my father. You're just some man that my mother had sex with.
When you use the word ableist in such context, you are erasing the actual meaning of it. Your mother and I are married. I raised you.
It's not my fault you're an ableist, Steve. Stop projecting.
I am not being ableist.
Yes, you are, Steve. Just admit it, you singlet.
Singlet?
Yes.
What is a singlet?
You're a singlet, Steve. Oh my god. Singlet Steve. Singlet Steve.
You spend too much time online.
Okay, boomer.
I'm booking you a counselor.
What?
You might not have DID, but you definitely have an attention-seeking disorder, if there is such a thing.
Excuse me, would you stop fake claiming, you singlet ableist?
Fake claiming?
Yes, Steve.
My god, Piper, get over yourself. You are not special for faking a serious disorder. DID does not present itself in children. Most are diagnosed in their 30s.
Would you stop being an ableist already, Steve?
In fact, most people never get diagnosed as they don't know they have it. I am stopping this conversation. We will talk about this later.
But Dada, I am Jikaini no.
What?
I guess if wanted.
No, nope, not dealing with this today.
Yes, ass.
Grow up. You are not special.
What? Are you able-wished?
Stop faking the serious disorders for attention.
You are able-wished.
Get a job and get your ass out of my house.
What?
I'm not responding anymore.
Dada, what are you saying? No.
Yeah, first of all, this dad is very based. This dad keeps it real, okay? Dads that don't,
A1 dad.
you know, lie to their children.
They don't
about
feed
these
into
sorts-
it.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't allow. I don't know. He's just a W dad for this, keeping it real, keeping it honest. He even said he's gonna take her out to go see a counselor. So you know what I'm saying?
As you should, yeah, because this is concerning behavior, like that. You're, like, not because it's DID, but because your child is like severely attention seeking by like faking a serious disorder.
Yeah. So I think one of the true statements here is the very heavily part.
Stop.
Yo, is that a booty? Was that crack? Yo, did you see the crack? Oh my gosh. Oh.
They were an addict in the past.
Oh.
They were an addict in the past.
Why are we getting flashed?
I'd like to start off by saying that self-diagnosis is extremely valid. Not every psychologist or therapist, especially in the US, has all this information on DID. DID is extremely unresearched, it has very little statistics, and everything that is online is extremely outdated. I'm actually going to tell you where you're wrong. I have tried to help myself. I've went to multiple different therapists, to which they have told me that I do not have PTSD, I do not have depression, two things that I've already been previously diagnosed for. So really, was that my fault, or was that their fault? And for your little friends who want to come at me, DID is not fucking rare. That 1% of the population is still millions of people. Millions of
still
people, even if
rare.
it was just 1%, which it isn't, because if it was only 1%, that doesn't include people that aren't medically recognized or people that are outpatients and are not in hospitals. So that number is wrong. You guys also want to say that fictives aren't valid, that we can't have animal alters, or we can't have alters that are non-human. That makes no f***ing sense.
No.
So not only are you telling me that DID is rare and all these domestic abuse cases and everything that goes in and is tied into DID, you're telling me all that is fake as f***. But you're also telling me that I can't hyperfixate on things and watch a TV show and my brain doesn't develop those characters in my head. You're telling me that that doesn't happen because you're wrong. you're wrong. If you're still not believing the shit that I'm saying, I have plenty of friends that can literally prove you wrong. Who have degrees, who can prove you wrong. So, like, go off, I guess. Anyway, I'd like to go back over the key points. DID is not rare. People can have introjects and fictives and alters that are non-human, and that is valid. People can self-diagnose because not everybody has money, and not everybody has access to a good therapist, and that is all. Have a nice day.
The thing about that is, like, they said some things that are true, but, like, at the same time, like, the thing with, like, oh, like, DID isn't rare. Yes, there's a lot of people on the planet, and if 1% or, like, even up to, like, you know, 5% or however much they're saying, like, because they're saying that statistic is wrong.
Right.
However much it is, that's still rare because it's a small percentage. It doesn't matter that it's a large amount of people. You could say, yes, this is an issue we need to address because it's a large amount of people, but that does not mean that it is not a rare disorder. Like, that's just not what that means.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like, there were things they said that were true. Like, you can have fictives, you can have introjects, those sort of things. But I feel like the way that they're saying that happens is a little bit flawed. They might want to brush up with their friends who have degrees
Right?
on the information there.
What degrees they got? They probably got like a master's degree in music or
An
something.
associate's degree in fucking sucking balls.
Yo!
Another thing I wanted to let you guys know from a medical professional, from the word of a medical professional, please don't act as if COVID is all of a sudden over just because... No. No, please. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to make myself come forth to shut that down. I have been stifled. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I haven't been around much because they're struggling to keep me down. They're trying to fight me right now. Like... I'm a strong Christian woman. I got God on my side. Y'all better not send Bart. No, you need to listen. These vaccines are poisonous. They're poisonous. Stop right now. Listen to me. They're trying to hold me back from telling the truth. They're poison. It's the government trying to get into you and put chips in your body.
Yo, what the?
There's no way that was like serious.
Yo, why she? Yo, that's gotta be racist. Yo, what the?
I can't even say anything because it's gonna feel racially motivated. Like, what are we?
Yo, that was funny. How the filter came before she switched.
Bro, the fucking filters were killing me. The fucking, like, sparkles.
For some backstory, guys, this woman claims that she's a medical professional and that one of her alters has a degree and self-diagnosed them with DID for your information.
She did not go to school in the real world, though, just to be clear. Like, there was at no point did this alter, like, apply to college, get into college, like, go through that whole process. Like, that's just, like, their backstory. I'm just gonna sit back and observe.
Yo, are you laughing at this right now?
No.
Yo!
No, I'm not. I swear to God.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us what happens when three systems get together.
We all switch.
So much switching.
So much switch.
This
I'm
is
Dean Winchester,
Lydia.
and I'm drinking whiskey.
This is Lo, the host. I didn't out here against.
Parents.
You're telling me all of the alters are okay with those fits? Like, not one of them was like, can we not go out in, like, cat ears, please? Like, I'm just not vibing with it.
Yo, no drip.
And the switching, what is that? What do they mean by switching?
I'm assuming that they actually switch their alters from body to body.
Like fucking trading cards? Like,
basically. I don't even know how these people, how old do they look to you?
I don't know, like 16, 17 looks like to me.
What if that was like true? What if you grew up with somebody and they faking a disorder from birth and that you didn't know? 35 years later, you find out they don't got it.
They were like, I'm just playing.
Yo, that would be crazy.
The amount of like pre-planning, but I feel like that's why all the people who like we find out like faking the disorders, it's always like, you know, like you see like shit in them when like it happens out of nowhere and at like an age where like it doesn't make sense. Like,
Get me out of this.
Go ahead, say it with your full chest.
I didn't understand a single part of that. to be honest
Jasper
with you.
overwhelmed in a unsafe situation. Then it goes to the boys, which is I'm assuming the rest of her alters. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Check out Bean's Twitch. It'll be in the description. Bean, do you have any last words?
I mean, other than that, like I'm thinking of starting maybe doing YouTube videos soon. So like look out for stuff like that. And I hope you enjoyed.
See you guys when I see you guys.